It's 2024. That means 40 years that I've been exploring the world's most remote places in four-wheel drives, in association with the Overland Workshop. Welcome to my Africa Troop Carrier build. When you see this video, I will either be on my way to the airport, on a plane, or already landed in South Africa to take delivery of my completed troop carrier in preparation for an expedition which I will be doing in April and May 24. We're going to be traveling through Botswana, Zambia and Malawi. Gwyn will be traveling with me. I'll also be traveling with my very close friend Jeremy James. This video though is about more work done on the Landcruiser while I've been at home in Australia. This is the rear bar carrier. It's the same one as I used in 2014. I was in Namibia with Paul Marsh. I fitted the same wheel carrier to my 2017 troop carrier in Australia, and also my 2019 Africa build that was sold due to COVID. Rear wheel carrier makers, in my view, are generally speaking very satisfied with their products. They don't innovate, they don't change, they don't update, and they do not improve. GOBI-X in South Africa is an exception. They do. In fact, the one fitted to my vehicle, I understand, is a new version of the ones that I've had before. And I was very, very delighted to be able to work with them again because the rear bar is exceptional. And it is, in my view, considerably better than other wheel carriers because it's easier to use and there is less vibration, generally speaking. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Well, good morning. Here we are at GOBI-X, and I have Shane with me, who's one of the directors, the managing director of GOBI-X here in Cape Town. And this is where these bumpers get made. You know, I can say for one thing, it's a bumper that I endorse 100% for all the vehicles that I build. And it's down to the quality of what is sitting in front of us. You know, they have a dedicated team here, and in the background there are a number of workshops, a number of processes, from the scanning of the vehicle to the design to the whole process to build it up. I think the biggest thing for me is this bumper has stood the test. I mean, you've improved it time and time again.
We've gone through probably 80 revisions of that bumper, which is essentially the same bumper it was when it first came out.
And I think the big thing for me is that the hire companies in South Africa, if you want to test a product, fit it to the hire company vehicles. And I know the big hire companies all fit your bumpers, and they've really tested it, you know. One of the features I really like is when you open the dual wheel carrier, the effortless ease to open this rear wheel carrier. For me, you've got that spot on. Tell us a bit about some of the features of the bumper that's sitting in front, because this is your premium range and it looks amazing. Well done. So tell us a bit about what you've done on this.
So this is about to be launched. So this is the world debut of it.
Well done.
So this is our premium range and also our international range. And the difference between this and the standard range is that we're fitting Hella lights to it, right? Which has a warranty worldwide. We've changed from the T-type types of jacking point to the pipe, which we prefer. It's obviously much stronger. Recovery points. We've got the accents of the Landcruiser, a little bit of detail over there.
And your recovery hitch, the towing point here, tell us a bit about that, the strength and what you've built in, because there's a lot more strength to this bumper, and that's key. I mean, the bumper has to withstand the strength of...
So depending on the vehicle, obviously there's a tow rating to the vehicle, right? And then the bumper gets tested to that tow rating. This specific one that can go up to 3.5 tons with 140 kilos on the actual downboard. In South Africa, the type of test we do is a dynamic range test, which is the load on the tow ball with the specific towing capacity at 2 million cycles, which is essentially how they see lifetime of a vehicle.
I know you export to a number of countries around the world. Do you want to elaborate on where people can find the bumpers?
Pretty much everywhere. I think maybe Antarctica, we're still waiting for someone there. But essentially, the whole of Europe. We're in the United States, South America. We're also in the Middle East. So essentially, anywhere in the world, you'll find GOBI-X products.
And, you know, that for me is critical on a product. You know, if we're fitting a vehicle out, our clients, my clients, will travel globally with the vehicle. So, you know, you need products that you can get support on. And that's one thing I say, that all the products that I work with, that I endorse and choose, and when I sat down with Andrew, we discussed which product did we want to fit to the car. The rear bumper is a significant product to put on. It was an easy choice for me because I've seen the whole growth of this company, and they've grown from strength to strength with your team and what you've put into it. And it's just beautiful to see. You know, you deserve the credit you get for your product. You work hard, but you also support your product. If there's ever been an issue with anything, if something wasn't right and we noticed it, sometimes the client doesn't even get to notice it. And that for me speaks volumes about the commitment of the team and the dedication you have to building a classy product. So well done, it's really good.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to having this on the truck. I think, Andrew, you're a lucky man, because I haven't even got the upgraded classy bumper like this. I'm waiting for mine. But listen, this is great. So watch us as we're going to fit this to the vehicle. Tell us a bit about the process to fit it and then what it takes to fit this bumper.
This is a reasonably easy fit in terms of bumper fitments. We've got a couple more that are a little bit more complicated and need a little bit more skill. But essentially, with the fitting instructions that we supply, if you're slightly mechanically minded, you'll be able to fit it yourself.
Yeah, and the importance of fitting a bumper is not just to fit it, but actually to absolutely make sure that you check it, and after a trip, maybe go back and recheck bolts and stuff are tight. And even during the lifetime of the bumper, any product is as good as the fitment. And quite often I see that products get a bad name, bad rep, because it's either not fitted properly or it's not maintained. So in my books, I reckon the person who owns the car takes some responsibility for the maintenance, the upkeep, and that's servicing the wheel bearings. Yes, it's a serviceable item. You sell it as a kit. You can get spares. If you're going on a long distance, carry the spares. When you're doing your nut and bolt check after or during the expeditions, get the guys to recheck all the nuts and bolts. Things move. Things need to be tightened up. And then you'll never have a problem with the product. So right, let's get this bumper on. I think the team are anxious to get it on. And I'm keen to see it all on the truck. It's going to really make it look classy. So well done there. Thank you, Shane. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.